Very good morning and welcome to the Monday morning session of Yoga Online. Sit comfortably and sit tall. Lift the side of the trunk, roll the shoulders back. Feel that you're wide across the chest with the abdomen soft. Focus on the breath. More on the exhalation. The inhalation will happen always. Together. We'll begin by chanting Om 3 times. Take a slow, deep breath in. Om. Slowly release your hands, open your eyes. Interlock your fingers in front of you, rotate at the wrist, turn the palms away from you. Breathe in and raise up the arms. Stretch the armpits, stretch the elbows, stretch the wrists, stretch the palms, stretch the feet. Pin the groins down, pin the thighs down, and lift the trunk out of the head. Spend a few moments here. Each time you breathe in, stretch the trunk. And when you breathe out, maintain the height of the trunk. Feel the softness of the abdomen. We're going to hold this pose for a few moments. Feeling the stretch of the joints, the muscles, and the bones. Keep the abdomen soft. While doing this, focus on the inhalation and the exhalation. Hands. Place your fingertips size the hips, roll the shoulders back. Take your right hand behind you, take your left hand over the right knee, gaze forward. Take a full breath in. And as you breathe out, move the navel, move the shoulder blade, and move the chin. Going to hold the pose for a few moments. Each time you breathe out, move the navel, move the shoulder blades, and move the chin. Thereafter, maintain your posture and focus just on the inhalation and the exhalation. Slowly release and change sides. Take your left hand behind you, your right hand over the left knee. Take a full breath in. And as you breathe out, move the navel, move the shoulder blade, and move the chin. Focus on just the inhalation and the exhalation. Release your posture. Interlock your fingers once again. And change the bind of your fingers. Rotate at the wrist, turn the palms away from you. Breathing in, raise up the arms. Soften the abdomen. Stretch the armpits, lift the wrist. Feel the stretch in a very quiet manner. Feel it as a release. Focus on just the abdomen moving back and forth as you breathe in and out. Hands out to the side once again. Raise up the left arm. Feel the full extension of the left side. Walk your right hand across. Pin the left buttock down. Turn the navel and sternum to face forward. And extend the left side fully. Can you breathe into the left side of the trunk as you extend the arm? And as you breathe out, feel the abdomen release. Breathe in to come up and change sides. Raise up the right arm. Walk the left hand across. Spread your palm and spread your fingers. And as you breathe in, pin the right buttock down and stretch the right side. Can you breathe into the right side of the lung? Stretching the armpit away from the hip. And as you breathe out, feel the abdomen soften. Release your hands, roll the shoulders back, wrap your fingers and palms around the knees. Keep the shoulders rolled back, draw the elbows down towards the sides of the trunk. Lift the crown of the head, keep the face soft. Out, move the navel back, move the sternum back, straighten the arms. Tuck the chin in. Breathing in once more, move the navel forward, move the sternum forward, lift the crown of the head. Time, breathing in, move forward and lift. Breathe out and release. Place your fingertips on the floor and straighten your legs. Move your heels away from you and your toes towards you. And change the crossing of your legs. Wrap your fingers and arms around the knees once again. Straighten the arms, lift the trunk. Breathing in, raise up the head. And as you breathe out, draw the chin to the chest. Feel the length of the cervical spine. As you lift your ears away from the shoulders. Slowly raise up your head. Place your fingertips on the floor once again. Roll the shoulders back and straighten out your legs. For Upavista Konasana, widespread legs. Press your thighs down, your heels away from you and your toes towards you. Place your palms on the floor, fingers away from you. Lift the sternum, lift the head. At the same time, feel the extension of the legs, especially your heels. Feel the full length of the backs of the legs as you stretch your heels away from you. At the same time, lift the navel, lift the sternum, and lift the crown of the head. Support your trunk with the arms. Take the arms out to the side. Turn the palms to face up. Bend at the elbows. Draw the elbows towards the chest. Breathe in and raise up the arms. Stretch the armpits. Stretch the elbows. Breathe out. Breathe in. Stretch the armpits. Soften the abdomen. lifts the crown of the head, and maintaining the stretch, focus on just the exhalation. And release. One more time, breathe in, raise up the elbows, stretch the armpit. Feel the stretch of the sides of the trunk. Can you focus on just the inhalation and the exhalation? The navel moving back and forth as you breathe in and breathe out, maintaining the stretch of the trunk. And release your hands. Come onto your knees and sit back. Take your knees wide. Place a support in between the heel and the buttock if you need to. Take out the arms to the side once again. Turn the palms to face up. Now feel your knees extend away from each other. Feel the openness in the pelvic area. Take your arms up to the side. Turn the palms to face up. Breathe in, raise up the arms. Turn the palms to face forward, a full stretch. Turn the palms to face away from each other and stretch. Once again, turn the palms to face forward, then to each other, and cross your wrists behind you. Stretch the armpit, lift the elbows. At the same time, feel the softness of the abdomen. Can you focus on the lift of the trunk, the extension of the armpits, the extension of the elbows, the strength of your thighs pressing you down, the openness in the pelvic area? Can you now breathe in from the pelvic floor all the way to the armpit? And as you breathe out, soften the abdomen and release the breath. Breathe in from the pelvic area to the armpit. Focus on the breath. Focus on the stretch of the armpit and the lift of the elbows. Raise up the arms once more and change the crossing of the wrist. Stretch the armpit, lift the crown of the head. Keep the abdomen soft as you breathe in and breathe out. And release your hands. Place your hands on your knees, roll the shoulders back, and turn to face the right side. Lift the navel, lift the sternum, look up, and walk your hands forward, and release the trunk over the right thigh. Put the left buttock down and feel the stretch of the left side as you roll over to the right side. Hands back and change sides. Over to the left. Put your fingertips down beside your knees and stretch forward. Stretch forward. Put the right hip down, put the right buttock down, and release the trunk over the left thigh. Your hands back, come back to center. Put your fingertips down, lift the navel, lift the sternum. Move the lower shoulder blade into the body, lift the crown of the head. Maintaining this concave back, stretch forward. Walk your fingertips forward. And drop the navel down, drop the sternum, and stretch forward. As you pin the buttock down, move the groins back, soften the abdomen, and stretch the armpits
away from the hip. Stretch the hip away from the armpit. Spread your fingers, spread your palms, and release the forehead to the floor. Feel the groins moving back, feel the buttock moving back, yet the armpits move forward.
Walk your hands back. Walk your hands back. Take your fingers beside you. Roll the shoulders back. And lift the trunk. Lift the sternum. Lift the crown of the head. And slowly release. Wrap your fingers and palms around the knees once again. Roll the shoulders back and sit tall. Focus on just the breath. Feel the abdomen moving back and forth as you breathe in and breathe out. And release. Join your thighs together, join your knees together and sit tall. Take your right hand behind you. If you can, hold on to your left foot. Take your left hand over the right knee. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, move the navel, move the shoulder blades, and move the chin. Change sides. Take your left hand behind you. Take your right hand over the left knee. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, move the navel, move the shoulder blades, and move the chin. And release. Press onto your palms once again. And come to stand. Come to stand as wide as you can. Press your feet down. Move your thighs back. Roll the shoulders back. Draw your elbows towards each other. Now press your feet down. Lift the navel, lift the sternum and look up. Maintain a concave back, and as you breathe out, hinge at the hips and fold forward. Keep looking forward. Keep looking forward. And now stretch your arms down the legs towards your ankles and release the head. Release your fingertips onto the floor. Take your legs wider. And now look forward. Create a concave back. Push the thighs back. Move the armpits away from the hips. Look forward. Create a flat back. You can release your palms onto the floor and stretch your legs away from each other. Shift the weight of the body onto the palms. Push your thighs back. Open the backs of the legs. Feel the armpits move away from the hips. Feel the hips move away from the armpits. And release the head. Focus on the breath, a gentle inhalation and a gentle exhalation. Can you feel your feet pressing down at the same time? Feel the weight of the body onto your feet and your palms as you soften the abdomen. Focus on the openness of the pelvic area and the softness of the abdomen. The legs being supported by the feet, the trunk being supported by the elbows. Forward, toe heel, walk your legs together, hip width apart. Breathe in to come up, roll the shoulders back. Breathing in, raise up the arms, bend at the elbows. Now bend your knees and stretch the trunk down, stretch the elbows down, lift the hips, lift the groins, but stretch the armpit down. Feel the trunk stretch. Weight the elbows, stretch them down towards the floor. Keep the abdomen soft. Lengthen the crown of the head towards the floor. Breathe in to come up. And change the bind of your elbows. Stretch the elbows. Lift the trunk. As you breathe out, the slight bend in the knees, hinge at the hips, fold forward. And stretch the elbows down towards the floor. If you can, then work to straighten the legs.
but feel the stretch of the trunk, soften the abdomen, and weight the elbows down.
Breathe in to come up, release your hands, and come onto your knees once again. Again. Move the groins back, move the buttocks back, and stretch the trunk forward.
The armpits move away from the hips move away from the armpit, feel the stretch of the trunk.
Toes under. Lift your hips, lift your knees, and move the hips away from the armpits. Move the armpits away from the hips, and keep lifting the hips.
Stretch the armpits, spread your fingers, spread your palms. You can keep the knees bent.
Release onto your knees. Breathing in, lift the sternum, lift the tailbone. And as you breathe out, tuck the chin in, round the back. Breathing in once more, lift the sternum, lift the crown of the head. And release, come to a neutral position. Outstretch your toes, outstretch your feet. Take your knees as wide as the mat and sit back. Pin your fingertips onto the floor, lift the navel, lift the sternum and the cup. Maintaining this concave back stretch forward, keep looking forward. Stretch the arms and pin the buttocks towards the heel as you stretch forward. Look forward, keep stretching the trunk away from the hips.
Stretch the hips away from the trunk. Spread your fingers, spread your palms, release your forehead, release the elbow. Focus on the softness of the abdomen. Feel the front body release to the floor. Feel the back body release to the floor, maintaining the length of the trunk.
Back. And come to lie flat on your back. Keep your knees up and your feet flat on the floor. Push your thighs away from the armpits. Wriggle your armpits away from the hips. Maintain the length of the trunk. With both hands, draw both your knees in towards the chest. The feet are soft. Gently rock from side to side, massaging the lower back. Lengthen the crown of the head away from the hips. Lengthen your ears away from the shoulders. And release your shoulders down to the floor. Soften the abdomen. And with both hands, draw the thighs in towards the chest. Each time you breathe out, soften the abdomen. Feel the contents of the abdomen, the abdominal organs releasing to the floor. Draw the thighs in towards the chest. Keep the feet. With this action, gently rock from side to side. Ease in towards the chest. You release your feet. Join the soles of your feet together and roll out your knees to the side. Turn the palms to face up. Feel the softness of the abdomen, the openness of the pelvic area, and release your shoulder blades to the floor. Abdomen, release the back body to the floor. Release the front body to the floor. Keep your feet up. Keep your knees up. So keep your feet off the mat. Draw your knees in once again. And from here, straighten your right leg.
keep your heels off the floor and stretch them towards the left leg. Keep your heels off the floor and stretch them onto the mat. Roll your thighs away from each other, soften the abdomen. Once again, release the back body to the floor. Release the abdomen to the floor. Feel the openness and the stretch in the trunk. And focus on just the exhalation once again. Feel the abdomen release to the floor. Feel the back body release to the floor. Feel the front body release to the floor. Out completely and release completely to the floor. Put your hands on the abdomen. Raise up your knees one by one, keeping your feet flat on the floor. Raise up the right arm all the way past the right ear. Roll over onto your right hand side and press to come to sit. Press to come to sit. Feel the gentle stretch of the trunk. Lift the armpits away from the hips. Sit tall. And each time you breathe out, feel the abdomen soften. Feel the length of the trunk. Feel the armpit. Open the chest. And focus on the breath. Join your palms together. Take a slow, deep breath in. Out, release your chin to the chest. Hands and open. And we will meet again tomorrow. Thank you.